We are going to look at some video footage. It's old video footage from a news channel in 1983 from Mount Veniaminof of a volcanic eruption that occurred. And as I was looking at that, I saw what looked really good. A perfect donut-shaped UFO sitting there on the ground as the camera that they're flying in the helicopter, it flies over and it shows that in the background, and then they fly toward the volcano.
John, Mount Veniaminof, the volcano about a third of the way down the Aleutian chain, sent a plume of brown smoke some 12,000 feet into the air today. That report from pilots flying over the area who may have been about the only ones to get a look at the mountain for the past few days in light of heavy cloud cover.
While the mountain continues to spew smoke, ash, and steam, scientists are planning another flight over the volcano tomorrow. Dr. Tom Miller with the U.S. Geological Survey in Anchorage told Channel 13 News today that electronic equipment may be installed in the area, but until that time, they'll continue to monitor the volcano from the air. Miller says they simply don't have enough information to make any predictions, but he says the mountain, which has erupted 9 times in the last 200 years, including in 1939 and 1944, may die down tomorrow. On the other hand, he says chances are slim of an eruption like the one on Mount St. Helens in Washington State some 3 years ago. He says while the gases in that mountain were explosive, the gases in Mount Veniaminof are dissipating with the lava flow into the atmosphere. He says sometime soon, glaciologists will set up testing devices to determine how much the heat from the magma inside the mountain is melting glacial ice and snow.
I'll have more news after this.
So to me, when I saw that, I thought, no, wait a minute, that looks like a large UFO. It does. A large donut-shaped UFO. And they do exist. This is from the Daily Mail in the UK. They call it an anomaly. The donut-shaped cloud appears to be hovering over Belgium, but the image is in fact caused by melting snow in the atmosphere, affecting the weather radar antenna. I don't believe that one bit, I really don't. And then like this one right here in Belgium, the donut-shaped cloud appears to be hovering over Belgium, but the image is in fact caused by the melting snow in the atmosphere affecting the weather radar antenna. And right here, look at this, Australia. The same down under, another ring that appears over the Western Australia. Really? And it just so miraculously looks like the donut-shaped UFOs. Why would they even say a donut-shaped UFO? Because they know they exist. That's why that's them admitting that the UFOs exist. That's them telling us that, hey, we know that there's donut-shaped UFOs, and when we see those clouds in the sky and stuff, we're just going to tell you that it is a weather-related phenomenon, anomaly, because we're not going to come out and tell you that, yeah, it's a great big massive UFO in your atmosphere over your country. But we'll describe it as a donut-shaped UFO. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. So let's look at this. Cloudy with a chance of donuts? Are you kidding me? The mysterious weather rings that are being picked up by the radar. They go on to say, it looks like a giant donut is descending on northern Europe, or even a huge UFO. But fear not, the aliens have not invaded Belgium. Yeah, okay. You want to play make-believe and make a joke out of it. These circular cloud formations on weather radar images are in fact caused by freak weather conditions disrupting radar antenna. Why you gotta say freak? Because you don't know any other way to describe it? I want you to listen how they go on to describe that formation in the sky, how they try to make it sound like it's the weather causing it, when in fact it is a donut-shaped UFO. The rings are only visible on the radar screens and are caused when the snow melts in the atmosphere and it bounces back the radar signal. That causes the white ring that stretches out to limit of the radar's range, and the clear inside ring is dependent on the angle at which the radar aerial points at the sky. Okay, you all, whatever. We're going to read the rest of it. The donut ring is something called a melting circle where the snow melted and the radar picks it up. It's a very thick area that forms an anomalistic ring. Mark D'Antonio of the Mutual UFO Network told AOL. Why you want to just say that? Okay, if you're supposed to be a UFO person, why do you just want to dismiss it as an anomalistic ring? What caused it? A donut-shaped UFO? Let's read the rest, you all. The radar only has a certain range onto which it can go, and that the outer ring, the outer border of the donut, and the inner border of the donut is based on the angle that the radar is aiming in the sky. And he warned any budding UFO hunters that weather radar can return a huge number of strange shapes caused by freak atmospheric conditions. I really just think it's time. This was back in 2011 when that article was written. I really think it's time for them to admit, hey, we got these donut-shaped UFOs. Because you know what? We're going to find out much sooner than later. So I really do feel that this right here is a donut-shaped UFO at Mount Veniaminof near the Aleutian Islands. And as the plane was flying back in 1983, they panned on it and didn't even recognize it. That's what I think happened. So there's a lot going on. And just think, for years and years and years, they have been suppressing the fact that there are UFOs, donut-shaped UFOs, cigar-shaped ships, you name it. They've been playing it down and playing it down and playing it down. Okay, so with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.